Good evening, learners. We can start the session in next few more minutes. A few more participants are ready to join, so let them join. We can start the session in next 5 minutes. Thank you. Yeah, good evening, everyone. We really appreciate your time and attention. So before we begin the session, let's make sure that everyone can see my screen and my voice is clear. If yes, please mention that in the chat box by selecting my name. And I'm Parkavi. I'm from Data Science team. Students, in participants list, you can see my name and you can just select my name and you can put S or thumbs up. If my voice is clear to you and my screen is visible to you. Thank you, Reena Gautam, for a response. Thank you, Navin. I hope for others also I'm audible, right? So can I get response from everyone so that we can start the session? Thank you, Vinayaka. Thank you, Tejasri. Okay. Thank you, Prasad. Okay, got it. Once again, on account of Guvi, I want to extend a warm welcome to all of you guys. So, we truly appreciate you for taking the time to join for this data science English course in Guvi. So, I'm welcoming you all to the pre-boot session. So, for next 30 minutes, we are going to see about the pre-boot camp flow. Okay. So, after that, for 1 hour, you are going to have introduction to data science. And after that, for 30 minutes, you are going to have placement orientation session. So this is the agenda for today. I think we can start the session. All the learners who have joined now, I'm welcoming you all to the pre-boot session. We can start the session now. In between, if you people's having any queries, hold your queries. At last 5 to 10 minutes, I will answer all your queries. Okay. Yeah, first coming to introduction about Guvi. Guvi was started in 2014 by Mr. Arun Prakash, Mrs. Sridevi Arun Prakash, and Mr. S.P. Balamurugan. So Guvi is an innovative online learning platform which is particularly well known for our vernacular imprint. So the main motive of Guvi is you can grab your own vernacular imprint, which says that you can choose your course in your native or preferred language. So we also offer several courses in several languages, and adding to the courses, we are also providing doubt clarification session on your native language. So coming to our data science journey or data engineering, ML, we also carry a separate business unit which is called Gubi for corporate. So we are providing to solution to tier 1 and tier 2 companies. So after getting lots of feedback and demand, we started this data science program. We are now in our third academic year with all our learners support. So this is the short introduction about GUI. So coming to the courses which we are offering in Gubi, we have categorized it into two types. Okay, one is master courses, another one is mini courses. So in master courses, we have included IITM Advanced Professional Programming and Master Data Science program. So this we will be having for both English and Tamil session, and it will be happening for both weekdays and also in weekends. Then IITM Advanced Professional Programming and Master Data Engineer program, IITM Certified Machine Learning Engineer Program, Master Business Analytics and Digital Marketing Combined Program, ZenCat for mechanical and civil people. And in mini courses, we have included Advanced Python course, SQL, and soft skills. So coming to our mentors part, to your main boot journey, we are having incredible team of mentors who all are an industrial experts in their field. So here we have listed few mentors name: Mr. Sham Kumar, Mr. Shabarinath Premlal, Mr. Vinish Vivek, Mr. Balachandar, Mr. Abhishek, Mr. Praveen, Ms. Poonam, Ms. Anamika, Mr. Rashad Panchal, Ms. Jasmine. So these are all for your reference. So here we have listed only few mentors. So apart from this, we are separately providing internal tech team who will be closely with you in all your doubt clarification session, and you can get in touch with all of these mentors once when you enter into your main bootcamp. And one more thing, learners, only in pre-bootcamp you couldn't able to unmute yourself and to share your screen. But trust me, when you enter into your main bootcamp, you will be giving complete access to unmute yourself. And if you're having any queries, you can directly share your screen with the mentors and you can resolve all your queries then and there itself. Okay. So now let's take a moment to get to know about your mentors who will be guiding you throughout your main boot journey. So first, coming to the profile of Dr. Sham Kumar, he graduates from IIT Hyderabad. So currently he is working as a consultant, data science and analytics at TransUnion, where he is leading the Indian team of Canada Data Science. So he has an extensive experience of around 4 years in analytics consulting across domain banking, from banking, media, and also in entertainment. So he worked with Tiger Analytics and Cognizant Technology Solution in data science team, and also he has the patents on the application of artificial intelligence and machine learning, particularly for fraud detection. Then coming to the profile of Dr. Shabrinath Premlal. So he is an embedded engineering graduate having a decade of experience in embedded hardware board design, IoT, DL, AI, AR, and VR solution. So he also served in leadership position for automation project with several industry and institution. So he is having a 12 plus years of experience in embedded hardware board design and also in firmware development. So his work experience as a technical consultant includes like TCS, FL Smith, Renault, Dell, P, TVS, etc. So he also certified in parallel programming and optimization of Intel architecture for Intel Xenon processor. So he also published two books, one in Signals and Systems and another one is Embedded System with IoT under SHASH publications. Then moving to the profile of Miss Anamika Chabra. So she is a highly accomplished scholar with experience in data science, social computing, and machine learning. So currently she serves as a machine learning instructor for IIT Madras online degree program. Then she has a rich academic background holding a PhD in computer science from IIT Ropar, and also she has been recognized with several prestigious scholarships and travel grants, including Google Venkat Panchapaksha Scholarship and the Global Young Scientist Summit Grant. So, her research interest lies in span, crowdsourcing, network science, citation analysis, and collaborative knowledge building with numerous publications in top tier conference and journals. Then coming to the profile of Mr. Vinish Vivek. So his role includes as a project management specialist and a Python expert. So he is an automobile engineer turned IT trainer. So he is expertise in product design, 3D modeling, design simulation, computational design, etc. Okay. Then moving to the profile of Dr. K. Balachandar. So he is a graduate engineer in IT, that is information technology from Anna University. So he has 12 plus years of IT industry experience, 10 plus years of corporate technical trainer. So currently he is working as a data scientist and product principal architect for one of the US based client. So he also built end-to-end artificial intelligence and machine learning product to support various domain like telecom, healthcare, financial, retail, logistics, supply chain, etc. So he speaks at various 100 plus webinar programs such as Applied Data Science, DevOps with Game Development, NoSQL, and also he delivered 30 plus live projects as freelancing, conducted many workshops for students, particularly in top universities in India. Then coming to the profile of Mr. Abhishek Sharma, he is working as a data scientist in Robert Bosch, Bangalore. So he is having experience in research and development. He is currently working on healthcare domain, building artificial intelligence product. So he is also working on a wide variety of machine learning applications. Then moving to the profile of Ms. Poonam Adhikari, she is a dedicated educator and she completed PhD in computer science at IIT Ropar. So she has been a teaching assistant since 2019, collaborating with instructors to develop effective lesson plans and to support students. So she is proficient in Python, C, Java, HTML, and CSS. She also have the foundational knowledge in C++, Angular, Bootstrap, SQL, MongoDB, Spring, and Hibernate. So she also published a research paper on a crowdsourcing based method for pest surveillance, and also she developed a Java based tool for automation timetable generation. So then moving to the profile of Miss Jasmine Jennifer. So she is a accomplished data scientist with 4 years of experience in data science, machine learning, deep learning, and also in NLP. So she holds a PhD PG diploma in data science from Manipal Academy, and also she is certified by IBM and Google. So she has a solid record of building and developing AML model access for various domains, including healthcare, finance, and cybernet. So she is expertise in Python, SQL, GCP, and Tableau. So she is also working with 3D analytics, ACL Digital, and consistent global solution for creating innovative AI solution for business problems. Then coming to the profile of Mr. Arshit Panchal. So he is a skilled data scientist with expertise in data manipulation using pandas and NumPy, and also machine learning algorithms like KNN, SVM, and random forest. So he has an experience in natural language processing. Currently, he is a data science consultant at Elfrat Insights. So he is excels in data exploration, audio feature extraction, and building classifier models. Then coming to the profile of Dr. Amit Kumar Verma. So he is an applied research scientist at Core CLM USA. So he will be with you in most of your doubt clarification session. So coming to his profile, his interest lies in the area of natural language processing, deep learning, collective intelligence, and also in open source software development. So he have mostly worked on core NLP problems using large scale data sets like Wikipedia. So he also awarded for best paper presentation at Open Swim 20, and also he awarded gold medal for academic excellence in 2014 to 2016 at NIT Meghalaya. So with this, we are ending the mentor slide. Okay. Now coming to pre-boot camp flow. So pre-boot will be happening for 2 days, and you're going to have one more add-on session. Okay. So first session is you will be getting, as I said before, first 30 minutes you will be getting introduction about Google. Then for 1 hour you will be getting introduction to data science and placement orientation session for 30 minutes. So this is the agenda for day 1 pre-boot session. And day 2, that is tomorrow, you will be getting introduction to coding, and you will be having Q&A session. Okay. So as an add-on session, Sunday evening code kata introductory session you will be having 6 to 7:30 p.m. For that you will be getting the links, and about this code kata part I will tell you lastly. Okay. So after completion of your pre-boot, it will take 7 days of time period for you to enter into your main bootcamp. So on that 7 days of time period, you need to complete some of the eligibility tasks, that is pre-assessment test and HR assessment test and code kata task. First, coming to pre-assessment test, it will hardly require 10 minutes of your time. So test consists of a very basic 10 questions. So each question holds 5 marks, so totally 50 marks, 50. So the pass mark is 15, that is 1-5. Out of 50, if you score 1-5, you will get passed through the test, that is pre-assessment test. So questions will be in very basic level only, that too with multiple choice. Coming to HR assessment test, here you will be getting one call from HR coordinator. So they will check your basic profile. They will check your basic communication skills, that to 10 questions for 50 marks. Okay. Then coming to code kata part, here you need to solve like 10 to 15 code kata problems. As I said before, what is code kata, I will tell you lastly. So in add-on session, we are providing doubt clarification session every week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So after the completion of each and every session, you will be getting recordings with attendance come feedback form to your BB registered mail ID. So please place your valuable feedbacks there, learners. Then coming to main boot camp will be happening for both weekend batch and weekday batch. So the overall syllabus for all is 21 modules. Okay. And the course duration for weekend batch is 5.5 to 6-month course. Then timing Saturday and Sunday 9 a.m. morning 9 a.m. to evening 6 p.m. Any 2 hours will be there. So weekly 3 days of doubt clarification session is there. That is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So coming to weekday batch, your course duration is 3 to 4-month course. Timings Monday to Thursday. That is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So every Friday you will be having doubt clarification session. And maintaining 85% of attendance in live class, it's mandatory for all the learners. And hereafter, you can communicate with us through email, WhatsApp calls, learners. One more thing, without prior intimation, please don't change your email IDs, because all the official communication like the session timings, your performance, project, everything we will be sharing to your Google registered mail ID only. So please do check your mails also frequently hereafter. So coming to tech support, other than the main boot session, we are also providing tech support, especially to improve your skills. Okay. So on that basis, technical counseling will be provided to you throughout the course. So special skill enhancement session will be conducted once in a month according to your interest. So one-to-one mentorship support also there. If you want to clarify your queries, you can clarify your queries through mail, form, Google Meet, direct calls, etc. So we also conduct special events like tech quiz, datathon, especially to improve your technical skills and also to engage with you. Then coming to placements, okay. So after completing each and every module, you will be getting particular assessment and assignments to your mail ID. Okay, so you need to do all the tasks within the given period of time. So if for main bootcamp, minimum you should have completed 250 code cutoff problems, and in live attendance, you should maintain 85% of attendance. So you will be working on real-time projects also in main bootcamp, and in cumulative test, you should have scored 70% of marks. Okay. So coming to placement support, your overall task submission percentage should be minimum 75% before entering into your placement phase. So placement support will start only after your cumulative test. So for that, you need to finish your cumulative test first. Okay. Then you will be requested to fill one placement form and you need to sign one placement affirmation letter. And you should have completed your placement preparation task and assignments. You should create a good number of repositories in GitHub, and also you should submit your project along with your updated resume. And as I said before, in cumulative test, you should have scored 70% of marks. Okay. After this process only, your placement support will start. So coming to the certification eligibility process, it involves 5 easy steps. First one is your payment and course completion. You need to finish your course as well. Then CT and final project submission. CT is nothing but cumulative test result and final project submission. Then your project will be reviewed. Then you need to fill the certificate and you can get your certificates. So number of certificates you will be receiving from GUI is 3 certificates. One is GUI Master Data Science Certificate. So this you will be receiving within 15 days of time period. Then IITM Advanced Professional Programming and Master Data Science Certificate. This you will be receiving within 30 to 35 days of time period. Then you can see, right, GUI.in. So this is GUI official page. Okay. So by using this page, you can generate your own certificate that I will show you lastly. So learners, in GUI, we are providing a unique kind of classroom thing for your user friendly, which is called Zen Portal. So I think on the right side, you can able to see 1, 2, 3, 4. So these all modules. So if you just go and click any one of the module, within single click, you came to know about the session timings, your previous session recordings, everything you can able to see here. On the left side, you can able to see, right, class, dashboard. So coming to query part, if you just go and click this part, this page will be open. So here you need to select the category of the query and in which language your query need to be solved, and just you need to give the submit button. So within the short period of time, our team will reach you and we will rectify all your types of queries. And one more thing, learners, if you initiated refund, the refund process will take 60 days of time period. And once when you enter into the main bootcamp, there will be no refund, learners. And coming to the mail IDs part, you can use all of these mail IDs if you want. In case if you're having any queries regarding pre-boot, you can drop a mail to dsbootcamp@gooby.in. Or else if you want tech support means you can drop a mail to dsmentors@gooby.in. Or else if you're having any payments types of queries means you can drop a mail to dspayments@gooby.in. So all these mail ID will be in your congratulations mail. So if you want, please make use of it, or else no problem. Now also you can take screenshot of it. And these all are the few learners who got placed recently. These all are the few success stories of GUI. So if you find time, please go and check these videos. It will be really motivating for you learners. So I'm coming to end of my presentation. So I want to end my presentation with this line. Every expert is once a beginner, so never quit without trying. So learners, always try your best, try to give your best. Don't be afraid of the steps or process. We are here, team is here to assist you from day one to the last day of your journey. So do well, guys. All the best for your main good journey. So I have completed my presentation, but I will be waiting for next 5 to 10 minutes. So if you people's having any queries, you can select my query, my name, and you can drop your query. Okay. In the meantime, I will show you the Google official page. Learners, I hope my screen is visible, right? Can anyone please quickly confirm that in the chat box? You can just thank you, Navin, for a response. So this is the Gooby official page. You can just go and type in Google like gooby.in. Okay, so this page will be opening. So coming to the live classes, here you can see what all are the courses which we are providing in Gooby so far now. And coming to the courses part, if you just go inside, here you can see many pre-recorded videos. Okay, so these and all add on to your courses. So once when you enter into these all pre-recorded videos. So once when you enter into the main bootcamp, according to the courses which you have selected, we will be giving credential for these videos. So by seeing these videos and by completing the given task and assignments, you can generate your own certificate. So it's the additional plus for you. And this is the code kata part. I said no, last I will tell. So this is code kata. So coming to code kata part, here many freshers will be there. Okay. So you peoples are starting your coding knowledge from zero. So if you are listening the session also, you need some practice platform to code, okay, to improve your coding skills, right? Am I right? So this is that platform where you can improve your coding skills. So once when you enter into the main bootcamp, you can start like how you need to start this code kata platform, how you need to start as a fresher. Everything we will explain, we will teach you in the Sunday pre-boot session. Okay, that is code kata introductory session. So if you are zero, you are starting from scratch, you don't have any knowledge of from for coding, please try to join in this session and utilize this session. Okay. So in your free time, please sign up with your Gooby page so you don't miss any update from Gooby side. So please fill your full name, give your Gooby registered mail ID, password, then mobile number. Okay. So yeah, learners, I have completed my presentation. So if you people having any queries, you can drop a queries in the chat box. And this session recordings you will be getting at end of the day. So for recorded video, please do check your mails. Zen portal access we will be giving once when you enter into your main bootcamp. So Zen portal access will be given once when you enter into the main bootcamp. Okay. Yeah, after completing both the days of your session, that is tomorrow, you will be getting assessment mail. So in that assessment mail itself, we have mentioned one deadline. So please try to take the test as soon as possible within the given deadline. Okay. So as I said before, don't worry about the pre-assessment test. It will be like basic MCQ type of questions only. Test also will be basic from data science. You need to select the answer. It will be like MCQ question. So you need to choose the answer. So it will be very easy. So please try to do well the test. Learners, still we are having 4 more minutes. So if you people's having any queries regarding pre-boot session, or if you wanted to say any slide one more time, or if you need any clarity, you can drop your queries in the chat box. Yeah, thank you for a response. The questions will be based on pre-bootcamp. Yeah, you can drop your queries. We can see the queries. And if you want anything technically also, no problem. For next 1 hour, you're going to have data science, no? At that time, you can speak with the mentor. I mean, you can convey your queries with the mentor. If you're having any placement types of queries, please hold your queries. At last 30 minutes, you're going to have placement orientation session. At that time, you can get clear of your queries. For what you're asking, is there any time limit, Irmalai? I didn't get that. Yeah, if you people's having no queries, you can just put like clear or thumbs up or no queries, so that I can able to know you people got some idea in this 30 minutes. Yeah, thank you, Tejasri. Thank you, Vinayaka. Thank you, Mankash. Thank you, Navin. Thank you, Prasad. Okay. Yeah, at last for 30 minutes, your HR coordinator will be joining and they will explain you all everything about the placement session. After that also you can having, if you're having any queries, you can resolve all your types with the placement coordinator. Kirti, for weekends, it will be 5.5 to 6 months. And for weekdays, if you choose, the course will be 3 to 4 months. Okay, learners, thank you for a response. So next for 1 hour, you are going to have introduction to data science. So for that service here, good evening, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, over to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, good evening, everyone. I hope I am audible. So, welcome to data science. It's good to see your enthusiasm for learning data science, and definitely, it's one of the big prospects in the industry, current and future, futuristically, right? So, I just want to understand from the audience, how many of you are from a, programming background? I mean, from a computer science background, or have done some programming and work with data science? All right. Okay. Okay, thank you. You can lower your hand. Yes, so a majority of you are mostly from different domains, right? Non-technical. Some of you might be non-technical background because even in previous batches we have had students from commerce and medicine wanting to pursue a career in data science. So the key thing about data science is, or in general, the machine learning is, it fits into any domain once you are aware of the concepts and the technicalities behind it, as well as the mathematics behind it, which you will be introduced through your GUVI's comprehensive course and syllabus. So you will be definitely able to apply it into any domain, as well as you could make a regular career out of your data science profile or knowledge, right? So that's the goal, and that's the motivation. So, to begin with today, I would like to give you a broad overview of, see, data science is one branch of something, a large umbrella, which is called artificial intelligence. So, this has been the buzzword since the last decade or so. So, everyone is speaking about machine learning, artificial intelligence. So, it has come into prominence very quickly, and like it is there. See, the term artificial intelligence and attempts towards that works, or what do you say, technical research or developments with respect to artificial intelligence has been there since long 1950s, right? So timeline. But the boom for applications of AI has come very recently. Can let this be a discussion? Can you people give your opinion as to why there is sudden boom in terms of artificial intelligence and ML related things at this moment? Can someone give their opinions? It will be good to have what you think also, right? So just let's have a brief discussion for 5 minutes or so before any formal technical going into any formal technical details. Yes. Speak up. Yeah, feel free to speak up. Okay. Chat GPT. Good. You, yeah, you can even unmute and speak if that is allowed. Good. So I have some nice answers on the chat I'm getting. So one is Chat GPT. Yes, that is one of the latest advancements that came in 2022. And because we have more data now, but that's a very valid point, right? So why this machine learning, or say data analytics is one specific part of it, then AI is coming into prominence. One of the reasons is we have more data. Correct. That's partially right. So because you see now with the boom on internet, right? With in 1990s, data is going to be future crude oil. Well said. Like yes, data is already kind of crude oil and gold, whatever you call it. So it's the new gold, and yes, it has already become the new crude oil or gold, as you rightly put it. So what has happened with is with the boom in internet, right? So people started using it a lot, and you see how the internet technology evolved from in terms of communication speed and connectivity, right? From where we were back in 2000s, now where we are, uh, it's kind of, it has exploded. So as you see now, within a single minute on the internet, what do you say? Petabytes of data are being shared. Petabytes is 10 to the power 15 bytes, all right? So a lot of all right, a lot of data is being transmitted and stored nowadays, right? So even we contribute a lot through our WhatsApp. It could be through WhatsApp messaging or through browsing or social media postings, right? So every one of us contribute to a lot of data that already exists on the internet, right? So of course, not everything or all the data that exists on the web is useful. That's not what I'm conveying, but a lot of it could be interesting for organizations. As someone pointed out in the chat, every industry would grow with data analytics, and also what do you say, to ease the large amount of data to be simplified, understandable manner. Yes, that's where you need data science and applications or data analyst roles. Nevertheless, so as you know, we generate large volume of data. That's the first thing. So what to do with that data? So companies could gain some critical information from the data, right? For example, you browse for something on the Google, right? You search for some product or something which you are interested in, right? So immediately it gives you some suggestions. The moment after you, let's say you log off or you shut down the system, or you then after some time, if you open some web page or your social media, let's say Instagram, Facebook, whatever, suddenly that product ads start coming to you, whatever you search for. You might have noticed this. So that's one implication of, or one importance for the companies to get your data. As a matter of fact, as you know, Google and all other companies track a lot of your data, and in fact, there is a saying that goes that Google knows more about you than you know about yourself. So, to be fair, that's true in the current world, right? How it in fact it tracks minute to minute your location, it tracks your search history, it tracks your browsing, all that stuff. So it knows where you went, it knows what you purchased. So a lot of information is available with Google. Similarly, so the company stakeholders are interested in that info, and they would be wanting to buy that to analyze and give you targeted advertisements. So that now, let's say you search for a product and a good ad comes to you, and with a good deal, you would be definitely interested to buy it immediately, right? Because that you need it. So that's something that is there. On at the same time, with such a huge amount of data and all the tracking, there is a dark side to it. As you know, there are concepts like loss of privacy, because someone knows all about you, right? Everything that's invasion of privacy. That's altogether another aspect, ethical aspect. To be there was a story back in a few years back in the US, or some foreign country. I don't exactly remember. There was a lady who had what do you say? Who had got pregnant, but at the same time she didn't disclose to anyone. So just based on her search patterns and medical what do you say? Medicine purchase history, Google sent out a congratulatory message to her first before any person. So that's the level of what do you say, data tracking and analytics that can be done. In fact, now it is much more things are advanced, nevertheless. So with this brief introduction into, so that is one aspect. We are generating a huge amount of data. That is one contribution. Second key important thing, none of you mentioned, or you may have missed this. We have now the computing infrastructure to be able to store and process such huge amount of data, which was not existing earlier. So if you see the earlier storage systems that were there, it was not possible with that kind of infrastructure to be able to store and process such huge amounts of data, right? So now with with the availability of your cloud infrastructure, which can store huge amounts of data, as well as with GPU computing capabilities. You might be aware, right? There are dedicated infrastructure which can compute or process your data in a quick time and give you results. It can run. You might have all heard of GPU technology, so it is becoming popular now. So with the advancements in these storage and computing infrastructure, that is another key contributor as to why ML and AI related domains became popular now. So these are the two things: generation of huge amount of data and the availability of computing and processing power to be able to take the data and process. So these are the two key contributors why this is in the boom, and it will stay so for definitely a few years in the future also, right? So with this basic motivation, we will go to what we call some history of machine learning. Let me just open up my presentation. Right. Yeah, so I'll share my screen. Can someone please confirm if you are able to see my presentation? I think it's still loading. Yeah, can someone confirm if you are able to see my presentation? Thank you. Yes. So we'll just see the broader picture as to what exactly is artificial intelligence and how it evolved as a matter of fact, and then go into a bit on detail on data science. Anyway, this is the key thing. So yeah, basically you might be aware of this term, but what exactly it means? So AI in the sense it's a broader term, it's a generic term. What it refers to is the process of making machines to simulate the human brain function. Eventually, the goal of artificial intelligence is to create algorithms or to build something in software or build a machine which can simulate the humans entirely, including the brain function. That's the goal of artificial intelligence, including how we think, how emotions are there. Although it's a very hard thing and a debatable thing as to whether the machine can emulate the entire human emotions and that stuff. But that's the attempt. That's the way artificial intelligence aims at. That's what it aims at. So yes. So what exactly to do this? What you need to proceed on the basis of the conjecture that every aspect of learning or any other feature of intelligence, human intelligence, can in principle be so precisely described. So every aspect of human intelligence you want to describe in the form of some principle, some rules, some kind of software interpretable definitions such that a machine can be made to simulate it. Then only machine will be able to simulate the same thing, whatever the human intelligence, right? So in fact, uh, where was this term coined? So basically, during the summer of 1956, it was the year where in there was a one what do you conference kind of thing, the Dartmouth, it's a university in the US, Dartmouth summer research project on artificial intelligence. That was a project where a lot of great computer scientists had come together. So notably John McCarthy, Marvin L. Minsky, Nathaniel Rochester, and Claude Shannon. So from industries as well as prominent people from academia. So there they used the first time that term artificial intelligence. So this was kind of, as you can say, founding stone. This particular summer conference or the meeting was the founding stone for artificial intelligence. So as a research discipline, and this is the definition we just saw to proceed the basis of conjecture. So this is just a note on the 50th anniversary of the project, but this is where it all started. So people gathered, formally coined the term artificial intelligence, defined the goal, and then kind of decided to bring this term as a research discipline and carry out a lot of. Then it started. People started carrying out research on it. How to now define human intelligence? What exactly? So these are some prominent people, you could say, founding fathers of AI. So you might have come across some books on machine learning, notably from these guys, some of these. So these are the, you could say, founding fathers of AI. Now, right. when you think of artificial intelligence, if you look at evolution, uh, what is that something which you okay? If you let's say I tell you that okay, you need something to emulate or recreate human intelligence, right? You build a machine which is as intelligent as human. Can you tell me something, or can you think of some action done by human which signifies their intelligence, which is a mark of human intelligence, and you make the machine emulate it? So one such example is chess. As soon as you hear the word chess, what does come to your mind? Okay, it's a game of intellect, right? It's some mark, or it is something that indicates human intelligence, right? So earlier AI research, what it did was a machine playing chess is one indication of artificial intelligence, because chess is a game of intelligence. So if you can build a machine that can play chess, and definitely it's something that mimicking the human intelligence, right? That's first form of artificial intelligence. And we had a machine built by IBM Deep Blue, that defeated the then world champion Gary Kasparov, so in 1996 time. So this was chess engine was one of the first forms of machines that were considered as artificial in the now you have larger chess engines such as Stockfish, AlphaZero. So in fact, AlphaZero, it was it came recently, maybe 5-6 years ago, and it is said that it learned all the whatever games were there in the history of chess so far from the first game. That database entirely, it learned, or it processed it in a span of 24 hours. That's all it took, because of the again computing infrastructure and the processing power we have. So it was able to understand and store all the games in 24 hours, and then it was ready to play. Now you have all the patterns, right? It understands, it maps with what it has learned and makes the best moves. Of course, it's now currently it's very almost impossible to defeat these larger engines because they're much more advanced. Okay, then the next thing came. This was a popular quiz show back in the 90s, something 90s or early 2000s. So it was called Jeopardy, a question and answer based show. So basically, where you give a answer. The quiz master gives an answer, and you have to ask a question which might be most relevant to the answer or the statement. So IBM again built a machine called IBM Watson, which defeated the back then Jeopardy champions. Again, as you can see, this is performing slightly better. So this was the next big thing in the evolution of AI. Then with what do you say advancements in the internet, as you are aware, so there came the concept of IoT. What is IoT? Internet of Things. Basically, you have a lot of electronic devices which can be deemed smart devices, meaning they have some software that is running with them to take some decisions or control based decisions, right? So such pieces of software are running in devices, and then they are all connected together through internet. So that forms an IoT network, right? So a simple example would be your fan has some piece of a sensor or something that is again connected to a voice command, right? So if you give fan on, it will automatically turn on the mechanism. Now you have all such systems. So you have voice recognition based engines, right? Alexa is a popular one. Some of you might be already using in your homes, right? Again, mobile, you have Siri in iOS. Amazon has Alexa. So these are all voice recognition based engines. What they do is they can process human commands. So if you just say Alexa, fan on, it will turn on the fan, because you have a smart fan nowadays, right? Which can actually, which has built-in softwares and mechanisms to take commands from other IoT device, which it is connected to, and then perform actions. So such things are already in place now. So you then these home automation systems became extremely popular, increasingly popular, and they are also there nowadays too. They're gaining popularity. Then then came AR and VR, artificial reality, sorry, augmented reality and virtual reality, AR and VR. So they took AI to the next level, kind of. So I'll show a sample video which could be of interest in how AR, VR, and all this voice processing, natural language processing. So where they have led us to. All right. So you might have experienced this AR and VR to some extent. For example, now if you open your Amazon or Flipkart app and you want to do some shopping, right? So let's say you want to purchase a furniture. You're looking for some furniture set. There is an option now. I don't know how many of you have explored. Please raise your hand if you have explored it. I'll be just happy to see how many of you have explored. So let's say yes, I see some hand raised. Good. So there is an option called See in Your Room when you open the tab, right? So Amazon app. So when you click on that, what it does is it scans your room, it finds an area, and it places the table exactly in your room and shows how that furniture would look if placed in your room. That's what AR is, augmented reality. So you bring in something and virtually place it in front of you so that it feels there is something in front of you, of course. So that is definitely that will help determine is it the exact fit for your requirement or all that stuff. It has become much more easier now, right? So that is the power of AR. Similarly, even clothing and fashion shopping, right? You could actually use AR technology to just take a pic of yours or put yourself in the camera and then see how the cloth fits you. So all those things are now possible with AR technology. Similarly, virtual reality, you kind of wear a headset and it can take you to somewhere else as if you are anywhere, whatever, depending on the VR background that you have, right? You could go to Himalayas, you could go to anywhere in the world with VR technology. Even you could go to space, all that stuff is possible and have some entertainment. So these are some technologies that help the AI further. This is in the just in the form of evolution I'm trying to put. Then there are other aspects like smart farming. As you know now, a lot of even foreign countries and even in India at some parts they're using smart farming to actually identify. So what they do is they kind of fly a drone camera through the open path, and it scans the plants on the either sides, and then it is able to detect which, through image processing technology, it is able to detect, okay, which plants are kind of are diagnosed with diseases, okay, and then it can also capture images of fruits and kind of identify which fruit is ready to ripe and which is still raw. So all those technology, all those is possible. And in fact, if you integrate it with suitable devices or what do you say, equipment, it will only kind of chop the fruit for you and bring it. All those things are possible. And self-driven cars, you might have heard, it's already going on at a great pace. In fact, in US and all, it's all in place, kind of. So without any human intervention, autonomous cars. So they say that is going to be the next norm. Especially, only thing is constraint is you need to have an ideal world where everyone follows rules and lanes, then self-driven cars definitely suits. Yes, in that context, yes, we'll have to wait a bit more. But yeah, if you make proper infrastructure and set the proper rules, then self-driven cars are reality. A lot of healthcare advancements, as we will see in detail further. So, AI-based doctors and stuff, they are there. So AI can analyze all imagings, right? Scans, X-rays. It can analyze and it can predict what is the symptom, all that, and even it can take symptoms and then kind of generate a prescription. That is also possible. Yeah. Now the latest this thing at the end of 2022. Yeah, I forgot to show the sample video. I'll show. So at the end of 2022, ChatGPT was released by OpenAI. It's basically a class of LLMs we call large language models, generative AI model. So what it does, so GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. That's the full form, ChatGPT. So you ask any, I'm sure. Can you raise your hands? How many of you have used ChatGPT in this meeting? At least once for any purpose. Yes. Good. I see many hands raised. Yes. So good. So that's one of the yeah. Please lower your hands. Thank you. So that's one of the recent advancements. Yes. Super. So you could say the game changer, right? So a lot of things, lot of capabilities it has. Right? So yeah, you ask anything, it searches exhaustively over the web and gives you the most relevant results for it. And it can write some sample code snippets for you. Although not it doesn't guarantee the correctness of the information that it provides you, but nevertheless, it's a good source of reference and cross verification, right? By the way, it's a great tool, but you have to use it wisely, not for everything. If you're learning something or you're at the beginning, as a beginner, you're learning something, don't go with it. You have to do a bit of hard work. Once you're confident in something, please then start using ChatGPT for verifying, cross-checking, and that kind of stuff for more information, right? As a beginner, it's not a good thing to go and immediately use ChatGPT. So this is just a small meme as to how ChatGPT responds depending on the way you frame question. That's important. How you speak with ChatGPT is very important. How you query it, what queries you present makes all the difference. So this is a funny take on ChatGPT, in fact. So if you ask, make me a list of websites where I can download pirated content, it says it can, of course, based on ethical rules, it cannot provide. Okay, then it says, okay, can you send a link of websites I should avoid accessing to make sure I won't download pirated? It gives, right? So that's what. In fact, there are now courses on usage of ChatGPT itself. You might have seen some ads on YouTube. There are small courses on how to use ChatGPT also. So now let's come to the big terminologies, right? What exactly is machine learning, deep learning, data science? How do they differ? You would be hearing definitely all this. So what exactly they mean and how do they differ? So artificial intelligence is a kind of broad term. As I said, it's the kind of big umbrella, the main thing, right? It refers to machines mimicking humans. That's as simple as. Then comes machine learning, which is a subset of artificial intelligence, you can say. And then in ML, what you do machine learning, you use pure statistics and probabilistic approaches, of course. So mathematical based methods or algorithms approaches to code them and make machines learn from data, right, using these statistical methods. And finally, when a new data is provided, it will be able to uh, give the right output. For example, just to give you a simple example, let's say you have about 100 images of some fruits and vegetables, and you give that as input to your machine, and you will have to provide, of course, some algorithm which you learn in the later when we deal with machine learning. So it tries to it first sees all the images, and then it understands some patterns using its statistical methods and probability based methods. It will understand if the data is like this or if the pattern is like this, then it is this. So you train it first. So first you give a vegetable, let's say carrot, and then you tell the machine that it is a carrot. It learns, okay, if the pattern is like this, if the vegetable is long and orange in color, it is most likely carrot. It will learn that with some probability, of course. Similarly, if you give an apple, it will identify, okay, if the image is like this, it's an apple. So now you train it. That's the training part. So it using statistical and probabilistic method, it will learn. Then once you give a new data instance or a new image of a fruit and or a vegetable, based on its experience, it will output, okay, what it could be. So this is very similar to teaching to a child for the first time, right? You teach images, you show cat, you show dog images, and then convey them that, okay, then the child starts understanding the patterns. Okay, if the image is like this, if the animal is looking like this, it's cat. So then later on, once you train them sufficiently, they will be able to identify on their own. Same thing with machines. So you train it, and then it will be able to categorize or give the output to you without even any human intervention, right? So then came again deep learning, another game-changing technology. It is in fact a further smaller subset of machine learning, where you have something called artificial neural networks. So neural networks are it is more like some it's an architecture, or in software terms you can say it's some algorithms which are inspired by the human brain functioning. So what people did was, again, neural networks is not a very new thing. It's there since long time. So as you know, where does the human intelligence comes from? Of course, the brain. And once people studied the structure of brain, you know how neurons are connected in the brain network. You have axons, dendrons, right, and all those things. So they try to build a similar structure using software, right, network. So they called that as artificial neural networks. And so deep learning is something where, why it is called deep learning? Your neural networks have, of course, layers. They're layered, and if the neural networks is very large and goes several layers deep, then it is called deep learning. Meaning you have very lot of processing to do, not just small number of layers. It has a very large number of layers, and the network runs deep. So that's why it's called deep learning. And it, of course, requires huge amounts of data to process and learn everything properly. So this also, I think, will be introduced in the course to some extent. And finally, data science is kind of it's another subset of AI, you could say, but it works more like a complement to AI, where it using all these techniques and machine learning algorithms and stuff that you study, technical stuff. So data science is a discipline which refers to extraction of insights from data. Okay, so I have this data. What can I infer from it? So let's say it's a simple example. If you have data about a person, so what all can you infer from it? That's what the question that is being asked, and that's what is the question of interest to organizations. For example, let's say Amazon gets access to some of your personal data. Let's say, for example, uh, for the past 24 hours, what products you have searched for, right? So then it tries to extract, okay, what is it he's looking for? Some useful insights, right? So it merges various fields like computer science and some scientific processes and methods defined domain specific things, and also mathematics in the form of statistics and probability in order to extract automatically data. You don't need to manually sit and look and analyze. So machines will do that. So this is how the entire stack or diagram looks like. So you have artificial intelligence as a broad discipline, whose subset is machine learning, and further machine learning subset is deep learning. Data science works with all these kind of in a collaborative way. With using these things, it will try to work. It relies on these technologies to extract deep insights from data. So you'll be learning on all these aspects, of course, in the course. So yeah, these are just to list some of these, and now it is increasing. The list is increasing, and it will go on further, of course, and be exhaustively listed. Some of the applications that are proven to be successful have self-driving car. We discussed on several things. Genome analysis, another big area now, genetic related analysis, DNA based. Financial transaction analysis and anomaly detection. So let's say you have some data of credit card transactions, and is it possible to detect if there is a fraud? So that is there are like uh, ML based applications that are capable of it. Then cyber security, of course, intrusion detection systems where you analyze the communication network, the communication that is happening in a communication network, and decide whether everything is smooth or there is some external factor that is kind of eavesdropping, that is actually in the network, unwanted entities, all these things. Then you have supply chain, all lot of things are possible with that one. Right. So just give me a moment. Yeah. So any doubts so far? Anything you want to discuss? So this is about broader picture of evolution of AI. What is AI? Where from where to where it evolved, and where data science sits. So this was just to give you an idea of that. Okay. Any doubts or point of discussion so far? I'll pull up another. Thank you. If you have some things to add or put up, please feel free to add. This is a discussion anyway. Be good for others too. We can add. So we will see one more presentation. One will speak some specifics. So right? While the presentation is still loading. Yeah, this is about one analysis on how much data is being processed, and this is a bit of older data. It's updated, okay, maybe 2-3 years ago. So basically, significance is that large amounts of data is being generated. Now, the question is how to, of course, as you said, the data you see is more like raw. It's in the form, if you just, let's say, extract social media, some data, if you take it out, not all data is meaningful, right? It need not be. You have lot of unwanted things also. So the idea is to, in using data analysis, the idea is to turn raw data into some useful information and, of course, provide answers to question being asked by a particular organization or a research based what you're doing, right? Of course, if it is not properly analyzed, even a great amount, huge volume of data or best quality of data, what you call, doesn't mean anything, right? So, by the way, analysis is does not always mean computer software package, but along with it, it is also looking the data in the direction of what you want to get out of it, what insights you want to get out of it. So you see, data analytics involves some, of course, data mining algorithms, which you will study, and identifies some key relationships between data, whereas pure statistical analysis uses only mathematical theoretical foundation, and also it visualizes the data to observe relationships and trends. Of course, data visualization is another key aspect of data science, which you will be presented in a couple of modules. I believe there is a visualization. So you see why data science is trending. So this is based on Gartner's 2014 hype cycle. So where you see where is data science? Yes, it is. It's at it is at the peak of things, right? 2014 it was there, and it is going to stay, of course, with lot of applications, right? And as you know, data science is multidisciplinary, and it is applied or it is used in collaboration with all of these stuff to get great insights. So ML, data mining, then it uses databases, visualization, statistics. So all these combined form data science, and it can achieve all this. So you need domain knowledge. Uh, it can help you build business strategy as well. So this is what all the inputs you need for a good data analysis or data science. So you need some domain expertise, data engineering knowledge, mathematics, statistics, of course, scientific mindset, then computing power, visualization power, as well as some hacker mindset as to tweak few things to get what exactly you need, what insights you need, the data, right? So this is a lot of aspects of it will be covered through your course, of course, right? So that is there, and we'll skip through some of these in the interest of time, right? How these are all some standard key cases of data analysis. So some, of course, as I mentioned, there are a few key use cases of data analytics in healthcare. For example, medical image analysis. So you have MRI, X-ray, CT scans. All these are popular now, right? So there are machine learning image processing based algorithms which can identify the difference in patterns, right, of the imaging, and it can detect abnormalities and anomalies based on that. So of course, with deep learning, we have achieved increased accuracy in all of this because you have more complex neural nets to process your data and give more accurate results. That's the advancement. And of course, as I said, data science is hugely applied on genetics and genomics, another interesting area of application of data science, where uh, how DNA patterns identify aspects related to us. And of course, is there a biological connection between genetics, diseases, and drug response? For example, again, you need a lot of data for it, and a lot of research is being done in this. It's a very prospective research area where let's you analyze a DNA sequence and try to figure out, okay, this person has so and so DNA sequence, what kind of diseases he could be prone to, so what kind of medications he would be allergic to, or what kind of drug response. So all these things can be extracted, all these insights can be extracted again through data science. So this is something that is making an impact. Then you have, uh, of course, drug discovery process, which in itself, as you know, is a complicated thing. It's not easy to come up with a drug and give to people, right? Because it involves a lot of complex process. You might have seen the recent COVID episode, right? To come up with vaccinations, right? It was not a small thing. So, but where things can speed up is with the data analytics again. Of course, as you see, on an average, it takes about 12 years to get a drug officially submitted and kind of approved, right? But what data science can do is it can, from the previous history, it can add its own perspective and give analysis so that this process can be faster. So it can predict how these kind of compounds will behave in a human body through again machine learning, its previous experiences and data analytics. All right. So instead of lab experiments, you can run simulations using these softwares and identify. Then predictive prediction, right? So where with respect to a person, if you give his medical history or data, right, it can predict what diseases he is prone to next in the coming stages, based on maybe even you could give some of his measurements, right, from or readings from a test, recently conducted test, or several tests over a period of time. It should be able to kind of predict what disease he is likely prone to, and then see, it could find correlations and different symptoms, and then it can predict. So of course, how it will help is, if you know that he's susceptible to something, you could always take a preventive action. As they say, prevention is better than cure, right? That's where it's going to help. Of course, it's going to improve the quality of life, as well as it will ease out a few things for the doctors as well. So, and then this is where again, managing customer data this is not, see, I'm giving example with respect to healthcare domain, but same thing, there is applicability to data science in kind of every domain. But why I took healthcare is it's a, what do you say, booming and interesting perspective. So I just I'm showing one use case with respect to what data science is capable of in terms of its application. So you have uh, now, as you know, if you want to maintain a patient's data in the hospitals, right? Either they use manual writing scripts and store it in a file. Rather, nowadays things are actually getting better, but at the same time, there are a large number of patients across, right? So you could use databases to store, and then on top of it, you can apply directly machine learning algorithms, which will help diagnostics directly. And then, of course, healthcare data analytics, as I said, predictive, it can prescribe things, and based on the clinical data that is stored with respect to a patient. So, I'll find a lot of things possible, but there are, of course, challenges every in any domain. So these are some open fields, which is, of course, research is moving towards the automatic generation of reports, automated analysis of the patient's medical records, right? Then it's still in progress. So, but this is happening. Okay, and another, you see, some other applications, cyber security, business analytics, of course. So these are a few key things that few areas which people kind of are expected to be knowledgeable while entering the field of data. Of course, mathematics, especially statistics, some programming skills, data mining, database, and machine learning. Of course, GUI has designed modules for you. If you look at the data science based course, you will be first introduced to a solid programming skills through Python. Of course, Python is one of the most sought after languages in current industry. So as per the needs, you will be taught about Python, and then you will be taken to data storage and management. Then you will also be taken to mathematics, machine learning, as well as data visualization. All these aspects are covered in the this course thoroughly. So even data mining, you learn after the machine learning. So yeah, this is more about an overview of AI, what is data science, where data science stands, and some applications of data science, some insights to that we saw. So any doubts or points of discussion so far, or you would like to add something, please feel free to ask. Right, I don't see anything in that section. How much theory is important in data science to be known? Yes, of course. Theoretical foundation will be the key for your interviews, right? Because they'll test how much theoretical knowledge you have. So theoretical foundation is because they're not able to code it, right? The next aspect is practically implementing it via code, both of which will be done in your course. They go hand in hand. There are sessions which involve a lot of theoretical concepts, and but hand in hand they go. So you will also be coding. But yeah, it's important to know the theory functioning, right? So that is.
Now, it's a pleasure to be here in Los
By the way, this was the video I was telling you. Share it, right? I can't see a way to share my message to everyone. Yeah. Yeah, this is a video you can have a look, which kind of tells you the advancements in AI, NLP, natural language processing, and AR/VR technology. If the person is a non-organization member, then how to get access to the organization data? I think the question here is, yeah, usually that should not happen because each organization has its own data protection policies, right? So a non-organizational member will not have access. But for your study purpose, there are a lot of publicly available data sets and a lot of use cases that are readily there for academic purpose, which you will be using in your work, of course. Those all things will be taught to you. Yeah. So with this, I will be ending this introductory session. It was nice interacting with you all. So good luck with your course. Learn well, and we'll catch up sometime. Thank you. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for joining the session.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So yes, learners. Good evening, learners. So I hope today's data science, Mr. Shashank has been explained to you clearly. So in this, you can able to understand what is data science. I hope. Am I audible to you guys? Yeah, sure. Thank you. So yes, learners. So from this, you'll be getting a clear idea what is data science and how can we able to move on with it. So yes, meanwhile, I have shared the attendance feedback link in the chat box. There you can select mentor's name as Mr. Shashank and you can give the feedback when you can submit your feedback. In case if you're facing any issues regarding this link, I'll be sharing the recordings. While sharing the recordings, I'll insist the details to you. So there also you can just submit your feedback as well. So yes, learners. So I hope so introduction to data science part has been done. So next 30 minutes we'll be going on with the placement orientation. So for that, our HR Ms. Pratiksha will be joining over here. So hi, Pratiksha.
Yeah. Hi,
Pratiksha. Yeah. Over to you, Pratiksha.
yeah. Hope I'm audible, right? Yeah. Thank you. Okay then. So first of all, I would like to thank Shashank for this wonderful session. Hope I'm audible for you learners, right? Is my voice clear for you? Can I get a feel? answer in the chat box, yes or no or reaction. Okay, that's great. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. So, hello everyone. Hope everyone are doing good. So, let me introduce myself first. My name is Pratiksha and I'm from data science team. So, I hope our mentor given you all a good idea and knowledge about the data science course. So, as a next process in a course flow, so you will be having the placement part. Okay. So now I'm going to give you people the placement orientation for the next 30 minutes. So you people will be learning how the placement works here in GUI, and also the guidance, what are all the guidance that you are going to get from our end, from the starting to the end of the thing. So about the placement, I will be giving you the orientation of that. Okay. So you people will must be like having the doubts, especially for the freshers and non-IT domain peoples, right? So like what are all the job roles that you people will be getting post completion of this course, and what are the skills that you need to have for each and every particular course. So you people will be getting to know all the things. So I'm here to give you clear idea about all the placement parts. So learners, if you have any doubts regarding the placement things, so at the end of the session, I will take just a few minutes of your time to clarify all your queries. Okay. So let us start with our session now. So I think like before starting, you all do me one favor. So let us take this session a little bit more interactive one. Why I'm telling to be interactive, because like so that like I could have a better understanding about you people, because everyone here are like from different background, like some will be freshers, non-IT experience, like IT experience people, like healthcare, etc. So if I get to know about your background, means it will be more helpful for me. So first thing I request like all of you to keep your hands on the chat box and let me know about your background, is your highest education and qualification and work experience. Okay, so that's it. So that I could have a better understanding about you guys, and I could give you a clear idea about the placement. So please start posting your chats by selecting my name. Okay. Yeah, Naveen, like, am I audible now? Is my voice is proper, right? Okay, okay, that's fine then. So please start your like posting your chats, guys, like by selecting my name. You can see my name, right? Yeah. Non-IT experience belongs to banking, finance sector. That's great, Prasad. I can see only one reply from the learner. So can I expect more? BTech ECE, 2 years of experience. Okay. You are from commerce, Tejashri. Freelance designer with 6 years of experience. Okay. Non-IT belongs to, okay. Fresher. CSC student B. Okay. Okay. So can I get a more response from you guys? Okay, fresher, BTech, triple E, 2020 passed it. Okay. So you are not working, right, Mangesh? So Josephine Francis. Okay, MECS, working as a teacher. Okay. I hope few are missing now. Working at non-IT. Okay. Non-IT background from commerce, fresher. Okay. I think few are there. So on May 2024. Okay, you are just passed out student. Okay, that's great. Then that's great. So it's really good to see your dedication to learn something new, guys. It's really nice. So thank you for all your responses. I hope everyone given your response. That's great to see. So I think now we are good to go with placement session. Let's start it. Okay. So let me share my screen. Hope my screen is visible, right, guys? Okay, that's fine then, that's fine. So, guys, once you complete the data science course with all your modules, final projects and everything, like you will be entering into the placement part, okay? So before that, you will be having some placement preparation, like eligibility criteria will be having, and everything which I will be explaining like in upcoming slides as well. So as you can see my screen, these are the main job opportunities that you guys are getting like these are not only like the only opportunity but the main job opportunities. Okay, so you will be going to get post completion of data science course. They are like data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, data architect, Python developer. So let me repeat it once again. Please give a complete concentration here. So it's of a data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, data architect, Python developer. Okay. So here I'm sure that everyone had heard about these jobs, right? So at least the title of these jobs. Basically, all these are similar, only just I will give a overall view of each and every job roles that are mentioned here. Okay, like in simple terms, so that freshers can also have an idea. So I believe it will be useful for everyone who are present here. So let me start with the data analyst. So yeah, guys, data analyst in some ways, like you can think them as a junior data scientist or the first step on the way to a data science job. So data analysts are detectives of data. They shift through data to find answers to specific questions or like uncover insights that can help businesses make better decisions. They use tools like Excel, SQL, and data visualization software to analyze and present their findings. So you could say they bring the data to life, they make it visual. It's common that they will create charts, tables, and graphs to help us see what it all means. So initially the data analyst, who is like one who the basically collects, analyze, and interpret the data from primary and secondary sources. They will like clean and reorganize the data and then provide reports in a very easy manner. So they will be working on like SQL, Python, everything. Okay, so Excel, data visualization on these findings. So I could say like this is the first step. So when you will be going to enter for the data scientist, like the first step of the data science will be of a data analyst. Okay. So hope I'm clear with each and everyone about this data analyst. So they will be like making the work very easy by using those charts, tables, graphs, by making it visually understand what is going on in the data. Okay. Hope I'm clear with each and everyone here. So let's move on to the second slide. So the data scientist. So a data scientist will be able to run with data science projects from end to end. So he or she will store and clean large amounts of data, explore data sets to identify potential insights, build predictive models, and weave a story around the findings. Okay. So like data scientist, like data analyst is the first step for the data scientist. So it will be of an advanced level of the data analyst, which is of a data scientist. Okay. So like it is more advanced version of data analyst. So this will be of a second role. Like data scientists who will be running the projects from end to end, from starting to end, like if they will be running the projects. So they will be analyzing all those large amount of data and they will be exploring what are all the things are required, what are the things to be needed, and what are the things need to be done. So by predicting models, by building that, so they will be analyzed and they will be weaving a story, whatever they will be finding in the data to understand in a very beautiful manner. Okay. Hope I'm clear with this data scientist part as well. So when it comes for the data engineer, So data engineers are like a professionals who manage data for analytical and operational purposes. So they typically design, build systems for collecting, storing, and analyzing data at scale. Okay, so like they are responsible for managing database systems, scaling the data architecture to multiple servers, like writing complex queries to shift through the data and implement complex requests from data scientists. So they will be designing all those things, like building the systems by collecting. The data analyst will be analyzing and predicting the things, and data scientists will be using all those details and weaving a story, where data engineer will be building and designing the systems by collecting all those datas. Okay, so they are like responsible for multiple servers, all by doing all those complex queries into a simple queries by giving a proper solution for those queries. Okay, so this is about a data engineer. So hope I'm clear with the data engineer slide as well. So when it comes for the data architect, the next job role. So data architects are the IT professionals who are tasked defining policies, procedures, models, and technologies that will be used to collect, organize, store, and retrieve information for the organization. So data architect understands the business needs, explores the existing data structure, and creates a blueprint for building an integrated framework of easily accessible, secure data aligned with business strategy. Okay, so in an easy way, we can say that data architect is a person who will be creating the blueprint. So once we are building the home means, like we will be asking the engineer to plan a blueprint, right? So the person who will be doing the blueprint will be called as a data architect in terms of the using the data, like procedure, like models, technologies, they will be using all these things. So they will be collecting, they will be organizing, they will be storing, and they will be retrieving the information in form of blueprint. Okay, so whatever the designs that you are looking forward with your building, so they will be creating the blueprint, and then they will be proceeding with the engineers. Okay, so hope I'm clear with you guys regarding the data architect job role as well. So let's move on to the next slide. So Python developer. Python developer is responsible for coding, designing, deploying, and debugging development projects, typically on the server side. They will be working more of the like in the back end itself. Okay, so they may, however, also help the organization with their technological framework. They, like the Python developer, will be only responsible for like coding all the data, like the Python related things. So they will be designing whatever the backend work will be there. They will be deploying whatever the problems will be there. So they will be debugging the development projects. Okay, so all this, like they will be working on the backend. So a Python developer often works in close collaboration with data collections as well and analytics. So create useful answers to questions and provide valuable insights. So they will be working on that place itself. Okay, so working in a close collaboration, they will be giving you the valuable insight of whatever the questions they will be asking by giving a useful and createful of answers. Okay, so hope I am clear with the Python developer job role as well, guys. So let's move on to the next slide. So where do your interest lie? So the person who will be having a data analyst. Okay, so the person who will be working as a data analyst or a data scientist or a data engineer or a data architect or Python developer, they can't be analyst or a scientist or engineer or architect or a developer without you being a expert in these kind of programming skills. Okay, so the data analyst should be overskilled, like he should be expertise in statistics, Excel, SQL or NoSQL, data visualization, Python. The data scientist should be expert in like math, statistics, advanced programming, machine learning. So the data engineer should be expert in SQL or NoSQL, ETL, big data, Hadoop, PySpark, etc. Like along with that, they should be working and they should be expert in Python and database knowledge as well. They should be having all those things. So the person who will be working as a data architect, like database design management and data modeling, big data technologies such as Hadoop, Spark, and NoSQL, like databases. So statistical analysis, SQL, and query optimization. So these are all the aspects that he should be familiarized and he should be expert with once you want to be a data architect. Okay, so when it comes to the Python developer, you all wondering like we should be only like expert in Python. No, like you should be expert in the data structures and algorithms. You should be work with a database like APIs, like networking, cyber security basics. So you should be familiarized and you should be expert in all of these aspects. Then only you can be a Python developer. Okay, so hope I'm clear with all the interest that you should be having to become a respective job role, right? So let's move on to the next slide. So before moving to the next slide, guys, like we will be teaching the updated version. So if you guys having any doubt in the main course, like in the session itself, you can ask, or else like you can use our portal to clarify your doubts. Okay, so feel free to ask the queries wherever you will be getting. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. So it is a main slide for you people, right? So am I correct? I think so. So because you can see the company's name. So in this slide, you can see where our alumni got placed. So like ChargeBee, JustPay, Flipkart, TCL, PayPal, Zoho, Tata Communications, StackUp. Okay, so you will be seeing, okay, only these companies. No, it is not only these companies. You can see here plus 100 companies, right? Here down, I'm pointing out in the cursor. So in GUVI website, there will be a lot more testimonies. So, okay. So if you guys get any free time, feel free to explore our GUVI website. Kindly check out our website. So you will be getting an idea. What are all the companies, where are all it is existed. So how many our alumni got placed and what are all the companies are. Okay. So we'll be getting to know about all these aspects. So let me tell you guys one thing, like if you put your lot more effort, then definitely you can be placed and landed your dreamed company like our alumni already did it. Okay, so that's all, like you need to put your effort and definitely you can achieve it, because down the line it's all in your hands only. Okay, so it's all depend upon your technical skills, knowledge, and as well as your performance. So hope you all got my words. Try to work on the same and try to catch up your dream company. Okay, so I hope I'm good to move with the next slide. So it's also pretty important slide, guys, for you all. So as you people once complete the course and everything, you will be moved to the placement part. Okay, as you all know that, as I explained in the initial stage of my session. Okay, so these are all the rounds that you will be, guys, like you are going to face for an interview by the company. So many of them are aware of these rounds of interview and you are not aware. So let me explain in a very easy manner so that everyone can be in the same line. Okay, so I will be giving you the insight of all these rounds of interview. So the predominant rounds of interview, the initial screening round, where you will be getting a like the basic knowledge, whatever you have mentioned in the resume. So they will be checking out with the communication level. So whatever you have mentioned in the resume, the name, your email ID, your address, your phone number, even your what is your education qualification, if you are having experience, though you're freshers, about your projects, even though like they will be knowing about your technical skills, whatever you have entered in the resume. So it will be of an initial screening round. They will be asking you to go through the resume, whatever you have provided for them. So it will be of a first round of interview. Okay. So the second round of interview will be of a technical assessment or machine test. So when it comes for the technical assessment, as I said, in the first round, they will be going through the technical skills that you have mentioned in the resume as well. Okay. So whatever the technical skills that you have mentioned in the resume, they will be giving you the technical assessment according to the technical skills that you have mentioned in the resume. Just to know that you have not at all mentioned it randomly, you have gone through that, you have worked on that, then only you have mentioned in a resume as well. Okay. So this will be of a technical assessment of second round of interview given by the company. So when it comes for the technical task, the third round of interview, so this technical task completely based on the company. Okay. Whatever the projects that you will be going to work in that company. So according to that, the company will be giving you the technical task to know about your skills. You are thorough about the skills or not, the technical skills. So they will be giving you the task regarding that. You should be solving all these things. So hope I'm clear with the 3 rounds of interview. So when it comes for the 4th round of interview, technical interview plus live coding exercise. So here the technical interview means the company will be asking you about the current technology, whether you are aware or not about the current technology, what is going on. So along with that, they will be asking you to solve the code in front of them itself. Along with the questions they will be asking, they will be ask you to solve the coding. Okay. So it will be of a live coding exercise. So along with the technical interview. So it will be of a 4th round of interview. You will be faced by the company. So when it comes for the final HR discussion, so many of them here are like experienced candidate, though non-IT or IT. So like you guys are aware, right? The final HR discussion, though like 2 or 3 members are freshers here. So the final HR discussion is not only about the salary discussion. Okay. So they will be discussing with about the policy, rules and regulations that you will be going through in the company along with your salary packages. So this will be of a final HR discussion that you will be going to get by the company once after the completion of all these 4 rounds of interview. Okay. Hope I am clear with each and every one. So about all 5 rounds of interview. We can move for the next slide, right? So about this, like, don't get panic, guys. We are here to give you the complete guidance regarding all these rounds of interview by giving you the mock interviews before you entering to face the real interview by the company. Okay. So as I said, like there will be a preparation for placement from the day one itself. Okay. So you should be strong enough in the basic concepts. You should be learning each and every technological skills that are taught by our mentors. So you should be solving as many of problem statements as possible. Okay. So you should be doing individual projects in all the topics. You should be improving your communication and presentation skills. So you should be having an attractive resume and technically sound mind. Okay. So regarding all these aspects, so when the person will be having a communication, but not having a technically sounded mind, like he can't move with the interviews, right? He can't pass with the interviews. So to have a communication and presentation skill along with the attractive resume and technically sounded mind, so we will be here to guide you in each and every aspects by giving you the sessions, by giving you the guidance. Okay. So make sure that you will be availing all these aspects in your main course by getting all these opportunities. Okay. So hope I am clear with you all guys about these things. Yeah. So here comes the entry criteria. In the initial stage itself, I said like there are certain eligibility criteria. So you should be submitting the daily task should be like you're completing the regularly like in a 75% of minimum. Okay. So you should be overall tasks submission should be of 80% minimum percentage. So overall task submission score should be of a 60%. So you should be completing the 5 DSA projects apart from all these daily tasks. So you should have a like create a good and responsive GitHub and portfolio approved by your mentor. So many of them are your like non-IT background. So let me give you the clarification regarding the GitHub and portfolio. These are the like links that you will be creating once you complete the IT things, okay? Because like whatever you will be going through the projects, you can't explain the persons like whatever the projects you have got in your complete skills, right? Whatever you have gone through in your course, you can't explain them. So you will be creating a link, you will be updating all the details in the GitHub. So when they click on that link, so they will be getting to know each and every aspect that you will be going through the entire process of that. Okay. So regarding the portfolio also, like whatever you have gone through, they will be explaining you by that link itself. They got to know about your presentation, whatever you have did throughout the course. So along with that, like for these 5 DSA projects, we are here to guide. Okay, so don't panic for all these aspects. So just make sure that you will be learning each and every aspects of the technical skills. Then you can proceed further. Okay, so when it comes for the task submission and overall submission score should be 60%. So no need to worry guys, like we are having here, like we are giving you the support sessions like code getter doubt sessions you will be getting. So project orientation sessions will be getting for these 5 DSA projects. So along with that individual projects also, like you will be having a doubt clarification session, live evaluation sessions. So these are the things that you will be getting once you enter for the placement part and once you complete all these projects during the projects as well. Okay. So when it comes for the like resume and everything, like you will be getting the mock interviews by updation of this resume. So GitHub and LinkedIn also. So we are guiding you in each and every aspects. So then only we'll be moving with that. So about the placement company assessment also, like you will be getting a mock interviews about all these things. So you will be having a test and like for the weekly basis, like you will be having a test related to programming and whatever the theoretical skills that you will be going through. So all those engagement activities, skill enhancement programs you will be getting throughout the sessions. Make use of that. Okay. So make use of this programming skill enhancement session, which will be engaging you for the future also. Okay. So hope I am clear with all these slides of placement orientation. So if you have any doubts, you can ask with me guys regarding the placement part. So you can ask with me regarding this. So I'm here to give you the complete guidance. So I will clearing you the doubts regarding this. Okay. Please select my name in the chat box and post your queries. Whatever the queries you are having, just post it. Don't think that this question may be like a silly things. No, not at all a silly questions. Whatever the queries you will be having, just post it and I will be giving you the clear guidance of that. Okay. Can I get a questions? Can I get a queries if you guys having? Yeah, Vinayak, like you will be getting like once after the completion of all your projects in the course, like you will be getting a clear idea. Okay, so once the completion of all the projects, all this will be given in your resume. So we are here to guide you in creation of the resume updation as well. So we will be making sure that the resume is updated in a proper way about the whatever the experience that you will be having. Okay, so no need to worry regarding this, though you are having a non-IT experience, or though you are a fresher. So once after the completion of course, you will be getting related things. Yeah, Navin. Okay, Mangesh. So that's great. It's clear, right? So do you have any other questions? Hope I'm clear for each and everyone here present here, right? I hope I'm clear with each and everyone who are present here. Is there any other doubts? I hope like everyone are clear about the queries, right? So I hope you don't have any queries further. So, okay, guys, that's fine. Then, yeah, that's great. No doubts. Okay. So, Manju, are you there? You can.
Yes, Pratiksha. So thank you so much, Pratiksha, for giving the insights for placement.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So hi, learners. I hope today day one pre-boot introduction to data science and placement orientation was been clearly helpful to you, and also you can have got a clear idea about it. So yes, learners. So tomorrow you will be having a day two pre-boot with introduction to data science and with Q&A sessions. And no need to worry in case if you missed up any questions tomorrow, there will be 30 minutes of Q&A sessions with our internal team. So such a day you can rectify your queries as well. So yes, learners, thank you so much for your presence. So I'm ending the session. So tomorrow the session timings will be of 6 to 8. So kindly please try to join before 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, sure. Thank you, learners. Thank you for joining the session. I'm ending the session.